Good afternoon. My name is Madison Barron. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for your time. Today, we're diving into a comprehensive brand analysis of YETI. As a marketing professional, my goal is to show how YETI has mastered the study of consumer behavior to build an empire out of what used to be a commodity, a plastic box with ice. We will look at their 2026 market position, their dual target market strategy, and how they use storytelling and technology to dominate this premium outdoor space. YETI was founded on a simple realization. The coolers on the market couldn't keep up with Roy and Rand Snyder's adventures. They created the tundra, and in doing so, they created a brand for the wild. Fast forward to our 2026 data, YETI is now a $1.83 billion powerhouse. What's impressive isn't the 10% revenue growth, but the 21% growth in adjusted earnings per share. This indicates that YETI isn't just selling more, they are operating with extreme efficiency while maintaining a premium 9.6% profit margin, even as its competitors like Arctic and Hydro Flask try to undercut them on price. Our research identifies a bifurcated target market. First, we have the prosumer core. This is the hunters and the ranchers. For them, a Yeti is a mechanical necessity. If their gear fails, their trip or their work is ruined. Second, we have the aspirational urbanite. This is the suburban professional who buys a Rambler Timber or a soft cooler. For this group, the purchase is psychological. It's about identity signaling, projecting an image of toughness, compatibility, and adventure, even if the product is mostly used for coffee on a morning commute. This halo effect from the pros is what allows Yeti to charge premium prices to the masses. How do consumers feel about this? Yeti's Net Promoter Score is consistently over 70, which is world class. The reason is their narrative-driven strategy. Consumers today are exhausted by the hard sell ads. Yeti responds with anti-marketing, long-form films like The Long Haul. By showing real ranchers and alpinists using the gear, Yeti builds deep emotional loyalty. The consumer doesn't feel like they are being sold a product, they feel like they're being invited into a lifestyle. This creates a brand partner relationship rather than a transactional one. Yeti's influencer strategy is a masterclass in authenticity. They don't hire pop stars, they hire ambassadors. The 150 plus pro anglers and pit masters who are actual experts. In the consumer decision-making process, these ambassadors act as an opinion leader. During the information search phase, when a consumer sees a professional guide in Alaska trusting a Yeti, it provides social proof. It effectively de-risks the high price tag. The internal dialogue shifts from, why is this so expensive, to, if a pro uses it, it's a lifetime investment. Yeti applied the diffusion of innovation model perfectly to cross the chasm. They started with the innovators, the professional guides who gave the brand relative advantage by proving it was grizzly proof. But a $400 cooler is hard to scale. To reach the early majority, they used observability. By putting distinct logos and colors on tumblers and hats, they turned every customer into a walking billboard. They made the innovation visible in everyday settings, making it safe and desirable for the average consumer to adopt the brand. Yeti aligns with conscious capitalism by leading with a higher purpose. Their core ethical message is sustainability through durability. In a throwaway culture, Yeti argues that the most ethical thing you can do is buy one cooler that lasts 30 years instead of 10 that last 3. They also practice stakeholder orientation by donating heavily to conservation groups like Captains for Clean Water. They aren't just selling gear, they are protecting the wild that their brand is built upon. However, there's room for improvement. As of 2026, Yeti has moved about 90% of its production to Southeast Asia. To remain ethical and transparent, they need to be more vocal about their labor practices in these new hubs. The urbanite segment, in particular, cares deeply about corporate social responsibility. By proactively highlighting fair labor and factory standards in Vietnam, Thailand, Yeti can prevent potential greenwashing criticisms and maintain the trust they've worked so hard to build. And when we look at the actual path to purchase, Yeti uses a high involvement model. Internally, consumers are driven by personality traits like resilience. Externally, Yeti uses the tech we researched in topic 3, real-time bidding and predictive analytics. They serve the right ad at the exact moment a consumer recognizes a need. During the evaluation of alternatives, Yeti wins not on price, but on cost per use. They've successfully trained the consumer to believe that spending $400 once is smarter than spending $50 multiple times. Our first recommendation is to double down on predictive analysis. We know Yeti uses web crawlers to track behavior. We recommend creating dynamic content tracks. If the data shows a user's backcountry is a backcountry camper, they should see built for the wild rugged content. If they are a city professional, they should see the lifestyle content focused on the Rambler. This alignment with the consumer-specific self-image will reduce information overload and significantly drive up conversation rates. Second, to hit that 2026 goal of 25% international revenue, Yeti needs to globalize. The Americana Rancher story doesn't always translate to Tokyo or Berlin. They should recruit local near peer ambassadors like Japanese saltwater fishermen or European alpinists. According to the DIY model, people adapt innovations when they see people like them using the product. Local stories will make the premium price tag feel compatible with local lifestyles. And finally, we recommend formalizing the Yeti Rescued platform. This is a certified pre-owned marketplace. It accomplishes two things. First, it proves their conscious capitalism credentials by keeping products out of landfills. And second, it provides a lower entry price for the late majority, or consumers who want the brand status but are more price sensitive. This allows Yeti to grow its user base without ever having to discount its new flagship products and diluting the brand. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for your time and for listening to my feedback and consumer analysis on Yeti.